Now, next, we had Lori, who had a review of a proposal she's got.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm here tonight to discuss my business. I just started a business called the Dream Tank. Okay, this is our logo. We have a website. We are officially up. I'm waiting for a tax ID number so that we can get started. I'm not here to ask for money at all. I'm here to ask for something much more valuable, and that's your support. Forgive me, I get kind of nervous, but you can pass that around. This is the property at 800 East Avenue. Are any of you familiar with 800 East Avenue? Or East Main Street, excuse me. 800 East Main Street, the old East Main Street. Yes.
I worked on several projects at
Excellent. Well, right now, DeMarco Construction has applied for landmark status through the federal and state government for this property, which is a wonderful thing. Okay? Up here, the same building. The Dream Tank wants this building. Its purpose right now is to become senior living facilities. 2 blocks up, the old Corpus Christi school building are now becoming apartments. We have apartments 2 blocks the other way and 6 blocks the other way that are not occupied. That creates city blight. What the Dream Tank wants to do is the Dream Tank wants to use this property for our purposes. And our purposes is to create male and female efficiency apartments. It's going to have an education building. It's going to have a restaurant, which is right up front. Wouldn't it be a gorgeous place for a restaurant? Okay? And it's going to have a business office right over the restaurant. Now, what is the Dream Tank? Oh, absolutely. The residents would be here, efficiency apartments where they have to pay rent, male and female. The restaurant in the middle. Off to the side, we have the education building, and above the restaurant, we have the business office.
What's the,
Okay.
what do you mean male and female efficiency apartments?
Efficiency apartments so that the males live in one side and the females live on the other.
Oh, is this for young people or what?
Now, that's what I'm going to explain to you, the concept of the Dream Tank. Okay? The Dream Tank is a for-profit business. I'm nervous. Forgive me, I know all of you, so forgive me. The Dream Tank is a for-profit business that I just started. We're going to be working with incarcerated youth, recent released incarcerated youth. We're also going to be working with the juvenile justice system to offer an alternative to incarceration. We are a for-profit organization simply because we don't want to have people pushed on us that aren't ready for us. So we want to be able to interview individuals to make sure that they're right for the Dream Tank. We'll only be taking a small number of individuals in at first because we want the program to succeed. When partners come into the Dream Tank, they come into the Dream Tank with a residence, a job, and the ability to get their education, not their GED, but their high school diploma. When they're in a Dream Tank, they become partners in the business. And they get to put their dreams out there. We are going to teach them how to dream, how to become entrepreneurs, how to take care of their own financial future, how to become productive members of the community. We want to work with the city of Rochester to have our Dream Tank partners take on the responsibility of home ownership by working with the city and taking one of their vacant homes and rehabbing it and becoming a member of the community. One of the biggest problems when we release our young people from incarceration is they have no place to go, so they return to the neighborhoods that they're trying to escape. 800 East Main Street is the perfect location because we keep our young people in Rochester, but it's away from the neighborhoods that they're trying to escape. It's a perfect location for a restaurant because we have Rappa Theater, we have the auditorium theater, we have the armory, we have so many, and it's centrally located so that if they need to go to a special event, they can get there. If they need to talk with someone in the arts, they can do that. If they need to go to a school and take a program, it's all right there. Okay, it's so they don't have any of those transportation constraints. So we want what I'm here tonight to do is ask not for money, and this is something that I really apologize. Bruce, Rosemary, John, I'm asking that I would be able to send these to you. I've been giving these out all over, and I'm having more printed, but I've been giving these out all over. What we're asking is for people, oh, sorry. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll give one, put one down here so that you can see what I'll be sending you, and then you can share. What we're asking for is letters of support from the community. Now, we have a website, and on the last page, you'll see the website address. The website is ready to take letters of support, so that when I meet with the owners in DeMarco, I can take the letters of support with me and say, this is a much better purpose for this building than senior apartments. We want to lease the entire building. We don't want to own it, we want to lease the entire building so that we can make our dream come true. Not only for the dream tank, but for our youth and for our city, because this is going to be huge for our city, and it brings the community together. One of the aspects of the restaurant will be to feature a different cultural dish from the many different cultures that we have here in Rochester. And to set up between our sous chef, say that 10 times quick, to set up between our sous chef and a member of the community, a cook-off, and have it televised on Channel 15, and have the people from that community come and say, hey, you know, we're going to taste this. We're going to see who makes the better dish, the person whose culture it belongs to or the sous chef. You know, and just bring the community together. One of the things that we want our partners to do is go out into the community and connect with them for ideas for the restaurant, for menus for the restaurant. There are so many things. Spoken word can be there, one at a jazz club. There are so many things that this can grow into that will benefit the Rochester community that I don't see this not happening. But it's only going to happen with support from the community.
Okay.
Because they're looking at the money, I'm looking at our children and our city.
Yeah, but how, I mean,
Questions?
you've got to come up with financial somethings for them.
The first thing
Upfront.
exactly, well, the first thing I have to come up with, the first thing we have to come up with, and there's our executive team, there's a page in there that tells you about our executive team, our leadership. Our first main priority is securing this building. In funding, absolutely no problem. Why? Because we have federal grants. We have a grant writer. There are tons of federal grants for working with disconnected youth, startup monies. There are tons of small business administration grants that I'm a triple minority. I'm a female, I'm retired, and I'm black. Oh, pecan, okay, so it's not, the issue of money is not really out there. The issue right now is securing this building for the vision. And that's going to take community support, okay? I don't even care about the money, yes.
So you started off by saying this is a for-profit business.
Yes, where is the support?
Who are your customers?
The community is our customers, okay? That's the restaurant. Our first goal in securing this building is to have that restaurant, okay? That's going to be one of our money-making endeavors, is the restaurant. But the restaurant is basically there to provide employment for our partners. Because when you get out of jail or when you're facing jail, it really speaks to the concentration of poverty. You have a job, you don't have to worry about that. You have a job, you have a residence, and you're going to get your education.
Is this similar to the 1872 cafe?
Hello? I'm not familiar with the 1872 cafe.
No,
They have transitional housing for
in the back.
inmates in the back, and there's a cafe in the front.
No,
On-
it's not
Are
like
they,
that
West
at
Main
all.
are they
Street.
connected?
It's not like that at all.
It's run by
They aren't
Spiritus
connected.
Christi.
Yeah, it is. The whole thing's run by Spiritus Christi, but
Right.
they don't hire their the people that, yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
But
All the
these-
people that work in the
Our
cafe
partners-
are ex-offenders that have been released.
Our partners,
No,
That was my understanding, so maybe
no.
you know more.
Reminds me of the one on
But
South
that is-
Avenue.
South Avenue does,
South Avenue
and
just hires
Greenhouse
women.
Cafe does, but I know I've been
Coffee
asked,
Connection
Coffee Connection. The reason I'm saying
and
that,
Greenhouse Cafe on East Main Street.
yeah, that one hires only women in recovery.
But they're in recovery, not in
Yeah.
Pennsylvania.
But the Spiritus Christi does run Nielsen House and Jennifer House, which are ex-offenders for male, ex-offenders for women. And they will hire from that population, but they don't strictly hire because they've come to me in my culinary program to get staff, and mine aren't necessarily.
Okay, all right.
and the difference is, Bruce, when you come in, when our partners are chosen,
Partners are the people released from prison. Is that what you're calling partner?
our youth, yes,
Youth.
they're partners. When they come into the Dream Tank, they are now partners in this business. They are now part owners of the Dream Tank. That's why we're keeping our population low. Okay, we're going out eventually.
Thank you very much for joining us, and
Thank you.
Sorry that
No problem.
kids are at home.
Yeah, I got it.
yeah.
Right, but it's nice meeting you. Good luck.
Thank
Good
you.
luck. And I just I'm parked on the street, so.
Yeah, you can either go out that way or you can go out through the back door and just walk down the.
Okay, I'll loop right back. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
So when they come into the Dream Tank, okay, and it's a growing business, this is just the beginning, okay? It's a business that's going to grow immeasurably. They come in as partners, so when the business makes money, they make money.
What's the timeline that you've got for accomplishing the various
This
steps?
is going to sound very hokey, and I apologize for that, but I'm the type of person who works in God's time, not in mine. I just do what I need to do to get it done, and when it happens, it happens. Okay, but I'm looking at a year and a half for the entire process, and then maybe another year for the reconstruction of the building.
So what is their timeline? So you said that there's.
We
a-
haven't
that's
met with
been
them
through-
yet.
Okay.
One of the, like I said, this is just beginning.
The them is the people with the
The owners
development.
and
DeMarco.
There's some developers with some money that are obviously, are they ready to spend into turning this into a senior living center?
Yes,
So
they're just waiting for
Are you-
approval, landmark approval.
So does everything hinge on having this particular location?
Not everything, but we will get that location. Okay? Because it is the perfect location for
It seems like
everything
you're
that we
ready.
want to do.
Okay.
Well, they have not started construction, so they may be ready with plans, but they're not ready
Parked
to
in
move.
that driveway
And that's what's
straight back
important.
That's
there.
me.
Could you move it? He needs to dump a load of gravel there, if you can just move back a little bit.
Who's dropping gravel?
Gravel and now at this
At
time.
this hour.
I work late.
I got a delivery for you. So as I was saying, they come in as partners, which is why we're limiting it to 6 males, 6 females, that will be interviewed and brought into the process. Because we want people to dream, okay? Children, I don't know, you don't know me, but I'm a retired teacher. I taught for 17 years. And what I saw is by 2nd grade, children aren't dreaming anymore. They're not dreaming of becoming anymore. And the whole idea of the Dream Tank is to get people dreaming about what they can be, or what they want to be again. So when they come into the Dream Tank, while there are dreams up on the dream board, they get to put up their dream, and they get to get people to work on their dream, because that's what America is all about. These little tiny inventions that everybody can use, they come from dreams. And dreams come from people who have had hard lives, because of their experiences, they have a different view, a different perspective on how to attack the problems of life. And if we can turn the negative energy that put them in their place into positive energy, we'll see what can come from their dreams. And we'll see that the entire community benefits from their dreams. And this gives them the opportunity to do that. And it gives them something I'll tell you our motto. We are not a handout, we are a leg up to success. That's why they have to pay rent for their apartment. That's why they have to get their high school diploma, not their GED. That's why they have to manage their own personal finances and not know how to do that, okay? That's why right now, I'm hiring a yoga, a yoga instructor, because it's follow your spirit, educate your mind, train your body, experience success. Yes, oh, but he was first, do you mind? Yes, sir, I'm sorry.
A couple questions.
And then Rosemary and Mary.
Thanks, Lori. No, I don't have, I mean, whether you're a for-profit, I mean, that's how you decide to run it, but if you're gonna look for grants, you're gonna have a problem, because a lot of the agencies that fund these
Yes,
things are required to be 501c3s.
yes. But the federal government has discretionary funds that are directly related to disconnected youth.
Mhm.
As a matter of fact, one of the first grants we're going to go after is a $100,000 new
Mhm.
business startup grant that works directly with disconnected
Yeah,
youth.
that's fine, just so you're aware of that. That's
Yes.
something that,
Yes, I am.
and are you familiar with, I think it's, I have the title right, the County Re-engagement Task Force?
Yes, I am.
Okay, because they just had a meeting last week, and those are all the folks working with the population you're talking about.
Yes.
So that would be a good group to be part of.
I would appreciate you getting me an audience with them, sir.
Go to the next meeting, that's all I did. I heard about it, I went to the meeting. See if I can get,
The reason, let me explain the reason why we want to go, why I went for profit with this, is because when you're not for profit, you have to take anyone that they send to your transition program. We want to interview our partners. We want to make sure that they're right for the Dream Tank
What
partnership.
does a right partner coming out of prison really look like?
You know, they don't look like anything. We are developing a questionnaire.
So you have
If you
some
could-
criteria.
So we have criteria. If you could make one dream a reality, what would it be? We want to know that there's still hope within them. Because if you can grab that one that still hopes, you can teach others to hope.
Okay, no, I'm sorry.
No, it's
Yeah,
fine.
questions.
anyway, if I can get your contact information, or so, I don't seem to have that information with me. but-
Okay, in our website address is here, and
Okay.
everything you need to know is on our website. I just came from the printer today. We'll be getting leave behinds. I'm sorry this looks so cheesy, but again, it just started, and I'm doing all this out of pocket, so it has to look cheesy for me. Okay,
Well,
but I just came from the
I'll get you the
printer.
information of who to contact.
Excellent.
Because it's, as far as I can tell, it's an open forum for anybody that's engaged in that, re-engaging that population, and it's across the board. I mean, it's city, county, it's private agencies.
Right. And we
Public
want to grab
agencies.
people from 16 to
Yeah.
25, because you can become an independent, is it emancipated
Emancipated
minor?
minor.
Emancipated minor.
So when you get out of prison, they give you $40 in the boot. You know, I mean, that's the reality. They give you
Basically.
$40 in the boot. When you're in prison, after they give you the $40 in the boot, you have to have an address
Mhm.
for your parole officer before you go there, which means that they're not necessarily looking for an apartment, they're looking for somebody to stay with.
Right.
So
Which is why they return to their neighborhoods.
That's what this,
just an idea is that there is on, it used to be on Ford Street, Eleanor, I don't know if you know if it's still there. There used to be a work release program. Miss Vick used to run that work release program on Ford Street. And so you had inmates who were already getting jobs within the community of Rochester, who then, kept those jobs after they were, so that every night they would return to the prison system, or every couple of days
Wow.
they returned to the prison system, and then now that they have jobs in the community, they're actually earning pay, so they could potentially be qualified people for your male and female efficiency apartments, even they didn't have to go back to the same environment.
Well, they could certainly go through the interview process, absolutely. Okay, whoever,
I would just
that's why I
talk
would be
to,
working with the
I would be
juvenile
talking to
justice
some
system.
parole people, talk to like Ms. Fick, and Mr., what is
Well,
his
my
name?
understanding is
Ikuchi.
they're all connected to the task force because the
Yeah.
task force tracks every person that's incarcerated that's coming back into the community to do everything they can to help them, whatever they need to do in terms of the employment, housing,
Right.
mental health issues,
What task
whatever it
force
is.
is this?
I think it's called a re-engagement task force. It's a county-wide, the counties
I'm
involved,
not
the
sure the
cities.
exact name, but yes.
Yeah, I'll email Lori the information.
And I would talk to Supporter too, and the Judicial Process Commission.
Oh, I have, like I said, we're gonna be talking to judges, we're going to be reaching out to everyone who has a stake in that particular community.
process?
Judicial
Okay.
Process Commission.
If,
It's Supporter, they work with the
Should've
people
wrote
who
my-
have been released from prison
Yeah,
to get
yeah,
them
because that had all the
engaged. and-
information.
Pardon?
Yeah, there's a
I had my
couple of really
iPad
good
that has
people
all
on
the
the board that are
information.
part of Metro
I didn't know this was
Justice.
going to come up.
so this is not a business that just stays here at 800 East Main Street. This is a business whose growth potential is huge. Not just as the Dream Tank, but different things around Rochester. If I can give you a couple of our ideas that we have as an executive board, an indoor-outdoor family bike park. Because when do children generally get their bicycles?
What?
When do children generally get their bicycles?
No, what did you say, indoor, outdoor?
Christmas, okay? And-
Indoor, yeah.
Okay, they generally get a bike for Christmas, right? And where do you ride in Rochester around Christmas time? In the rain or in the snow? Okay, but an indoor-outdoor family bike park, I mean, I've been talking to families that I see riding together, and I think it's a wonderful thing when you see families riding together. Hey, wouldn't you like to do this year-round? Yeah, but they have to put October, November, the beginning of November, bikes go away. So as I'm talking to people, they're like, yeah, I'd like to do this in an indoor bike park, for the family, and outdoor in the summer, an outdoor park. So there are many, this is what I'm talking about when I talk about the dream board. What do you see being beneficial for your community? And one of the things that our partners are going to have to do is they're going to have to go out into the community and ask them, what would you like to see?
Okay. Well, that sounds very interesting, and
You can
I'm kind of
submit your
excited
letters of
for you. I
support.
hope it works, and we'll do what we can.